global family, wherever you are. Greetings, greetings, greetings. I'm Kalai, the small town girl who's extremely grateful that I came, I built, I stayed. I'm talking to you today. This is week momentum, week 32, the second week of August. I hope you have got your goals in place already. And if you haven't, this is the time to sit down and write down. Is it an activity goal? Is it an income goal? Is it a rank advancement goal? Be specific what August and week 32 is going to bring you. Today I want to talk something simple, but it's important. Let's understand. This is an industry called direct selling. And QNet is part of direct selling. The industry pays. Put stop. It's a global billion-dollar industry projected to cross $200 billion in the next couple of years. And the question is, are you doing the right work that gets you paid in this industry, in QNet? Over the century, it's been around for a century. So over the century, people have used the industry to build their incomes, their careers, redefine their careers. They have built businesses, global businesses, and they have built their freedom. And many people have done that. So the question is, are you doing the right work that gets you paid? The kind of income you desire, the kind of income that is potential in this industry, the kind of income that is this potential in QNet. Are you doing the right work to get paid? The kind of income you should be paid in the industry. And the first question I have for you today is this. What do you believe? What do you believe? I believed I'm coachable. I believed I'm trainable. I believed that at any time I can change, I can adapt, I can learn, I can grow, I can decode, I can master the 8 basic building blocks. I can. I believed this is where I'm going to make lots of money. I believed when I walked out of my job, I was never going back to my job. I believed this is the place I was going to break through. I believed this is the path, this is the place that is going to give my parents the freedom they deserve. This is the place that's going to get me to travel, get me to go around the world, get me to build businesses globally. I believed. The second question I have for you, what do you expect? What you expect is what you are going to do based on that expectation. I expected my business to grow, to continue to grow. I expected my business to go global. I expected for me to have a global organization. I expected to scale up my income. I expected to build an organization that is going to last. I expected my leadership to stay with me. I expected to be able to sustain a global network. See, what you expect is how you're going to prepare yourself. The kind of work that you do is based on the expectation that you have. If you're going to come here and expect things to be easy and somebody is going to do it for you, and suddenly you bring one person on the left, one person on the right, and they're supposed to do the work for you and everything is going to be done, then the way you will work is different. You expect someone else to build this organization for you, then the way you work will be different. Because I expected a global organization, because I expected an organization that is growing and thriving, the kind of work I put out there, it's different. I paid more attention to the way I work. I paid more attention to what was not working and what has to work. I paid attention to things that is not working. So what doesn't work, throw it aside. If it doesn't work, don't cry over it. Throw it aside. I just throw it aside. Try something else. Ask questions. Go back to the system. Come back to the VCon. Can I tell you something? The VCon that I got my click was 2005 in Thailand. Ever since Thailand VCon, I've never missed a single VCon. Even at the most difficult part in the business when I was really challenged because I lost my organization left and right overnight. Then I lost a leadership in a different market. Even at the time I was at the lowest point, I collected myself and came back to VCon. And the first couple of years in the business, when I wasn't making the money, it was tough. I was working and it was tough and money was, not enough. I had debts to pay. I had loans to pay and I had people to take care and it was tough. But I never missed a single VCon. I just worked so hard that I could come back to VCon with my team because I knew if I took myself out, I'm taking myself out from building that business, building my organization. I am removing myself out of the picture. And I wasn't prepared to remove myself out. So, because I'm expecting my organization to grow, I'm expecting to get up again, I'm expecting things will turn around. So I just made different decisions because my expectation was very clear in this business. I believe I'm coachable, trainable. I believe this is my destiny. I believe this is my freedom. I believe this is where I'm going to build my breakthrough income. And I expect my organization to grow. I expect things to pick up. I expect my markets to turn around. I expect my leadership to stay. I expect new leaders to come. I expect to continuously grow. So my decisions were based on what I expect. So what are you expecting out of this business? What are you expecting? The third question that I have for you, how are you preparing yourself? Now, this is extremely an important question. Yes, what do you believe? What do you expect? But this is equally an important question. How do you prepare yourself? Whether you see it or you don't see it. Now, let me tell you this. How people are going to see the industry has a lot to do with how you present yourself and present the industry. Now, I started my business in Malaysia where there are 3,000 over active direct selling companies in Malaysia. And everyone that you meet have seen 9 different plans and tried 4 different companies and failed. The industry doesn't have a good reputation. So when I started this business, my father truly had very negative impression on the business. And I remember one day I was in my living room and I was talking to some of my teammates and drawing out the tree and planning for the week. And he came and said right in front of everyone, "You're making a mistake. No one in this business, in this kind of business, ever makes something out of it. And you're just going to lose yourself. You're going to lose everything and you're going to lose your careers and you're just going to destroy your future." But I, that day, got so angry because he told them to walk away and leave my house. I wanted to scold him, but then I took a step back and asked myself the question, what do I want to do with the business? And I told myself, this is my breakthrough. And I'm expecting my organization to grow. And how am I going to prepare myself so that people will see the business differently? And I made a decision that day. I'm going to redefine the industry. I'm going to redefine how people see the industry in Malaysia. And the day somebody walked into my event and walked out and said, "Kalai, I've been to so many events, but I've never seen anything like this." And I can see myself doing this. That was the day I knew I was doing the right work. And I started learning. What did I do? I started understanding the business. I took what worked and what didn't work. I threw it aside. I didn't sit and try to cry on it. No, what worked? Why the business is so good? Why people can make so much of money? What are the points? How do I present myself? How do I upgrade myself? How do I dress? What do I say? How do I carry myself? And I started working on myself. Believe it or not, when I started this business, I really did not know how to do all that. I come from an engineering background. All I did was jeans and shirt and shoes and helmet in the field. And after work, I remember I used to go to a hotel, change and freshen up, dress up, sit in front of someone professionally and talk to them, say the right things, educate people. I spent hours educating people on the industry, on the business, on the products, because I believed that this was a long-term business. This is where I want to change the face of how finances look like for my family. I want to change and transform my life. This is where I'm going to be in all out and build. This is my last stop. So I got to make this work. So I had to do the kind of work, prepare myself, be educated, have the information, understand, present myself well. Because when people see me, they should change their opinion about the business. They should think twice. Why is she saying that? How come she looks and sounds so professional? How come she's been here for so long? How come she's so focused, so determined? And I started preparing myself every single day to prepare myself to go out there, do the kind of work that pays me the kind of income I want. Now, ask yourself these 3 questions. What do you believe? What are you expecting? How are you preparing yourself? What are you preparing yourself for? What are you preparing? How are you preparing? Because this compensation plan pays. The industry pays. And you got to be responsible for the skills, to develop the skills that is required. The responsibility is on you to develop the skill that is required. To consistently do activity that is going to bring you the kind of income, the kind of activity, to stay consistent, to build that leadership in you that is going to be required to make that kind of money, to get that kind of results in the business. So today, at week 32, I need to take a step back and reevaluate how you're presenting yourself every single day. Wanting the income, wanting the lifestyle, wanting the success is one thing. But how are you preparing yourself? How are you working on yourself? How are you representing yourself? How are you putting yourself forward there every single day? What do people see when they see you? What do people feel when they talk to you? What do people want to do after a conversation with you? Think about that. So this week, let's take that responsibility to build right, to do the right kind of work. For the income, the industry is capable of paying us, paying you. Paying you. Be responsible. Take that personal responsibility. Love you guys.